Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to FranTastic InSights, where we provide insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am the president and CEO of FranServe and Franchise Dictionary magazine. Now, FranServe is the largest franchise consultant organization in the world, and our mission is very simple. We help change people's lives through franchise ownership. And we do that through a network of incredible franchisors and franchise consultants, all who are dedicated to helping their candidates explore franchise opportunities. Now, today I'm very excited. I have a friend with me, Jeff Powell. He is the Senior Director of Franchise Recruitment for Grease Monkey. So, Jeff, welcome to our show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited about this opportunity and seeing people face to face, or at least letting them see my face again.
Absolutely. And, backstage, we were just kind of talking about how we miss the personal interact. I'm usually with a hug and saying hello, but today we just have to wave, but we're getting closer. We're definitely getting closer to those in-person hugs, aren't we?
Very sure. Very true.
Absolutely. So, Jeff, I would love it if you could share a little bit about what Grease Monkey's about, what it does, what traits make it unique, and also the role that you play with the company.
Great. Well, like I said, very honored to be on this and taking some time to just get this out into the social media network world. Grease Monkey is a fabulous opportunity. We've been around for over 40 years, hundreds of locations. Our primary focus, of course, is in the United States, but we have we're in 5 other countries as well, but really focused on the United States development. And Grease Monkey is a quick lube service. So when you think quick lube, a lot of people are just thinking maybe, just an oil change. But there's so much more that goes into that. If you've ever taken your car in for an oil change, right? They're always replacing your filters, your fluids, maybe brake work. There's light maintenance that's always done in there. Headlight restoration is turning into a really big thing now. So there's a lot of fun things, and something that a lot of people don't know about the Grease Monkey opportunity is all of our franchise locations, if they want, they can throw on a Monkey Shine car wash with their locations. So that has turned out to be a tremendous value to our franchisees. They love that. Because we've been in business so long, we can do business with any oil company out there. So we're not just one brand that you can come in and only get a Pennzoil or a Quaker State or something. We can actually change your oil with whatever the customer wants. So that's pretty unique to us, is our buying power with the other or all of the major oil manufacturers out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love the fact that they can add a car wash as well for another revenue stream. That's amazing.
Yeah,
now,
daily.
What's that?
The daily visitor always wanting their car shiny.
Absolutely. You know how we take pride in our cars? It's like another child to a lot of us, right? So true. Yes. Now, also with the automotive, I would imagine that you were open during the pandemic, being a pandemic-resistant type of brand, correct?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. That has been a real differentiator for us a lot, is being open. I mean, we, of course, during the first 2 weeks or so of the pandemic, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think everyone was kind of freaking out a little bit. But yeah, after that first initial 2 weeks, we have been continuously open and doing great numbers. We still take all sorts of safety precautions. People can stay in their cars if they so choose. But of course, our lobbies were always clean. But now they're extremely clean and sanitized, for sure.
Absolutely. But I tell you, it's a great thing, essential business, automotive, now you're not only, recession resistant, but now pandemic resistant, right? New category to add to your brand. So that is awesome. You were talking about expansion and primarily in the United States. And sometimes when I ask this, I get everywhere, and that may be the case with you, but are there particular markets that you're looking for, for your expansion here in the US?
Man, that's a great question. We would love to just have 100 franchisees in California and Texas and Florida, some of those major markets, but our northeastern markets are still wide open. There's very few markets that we are pretty saturated in, and that's Atlanta. The general Atlanta metro area is pretty populated with our locations, as well as the Denver, Colorado market. But the everywhere comment can be true. You know, we would love to do business everywhere. We've got fantastic validation from franchisees in every state. So we have the representation in those states. So if people want to talk about, hey, what's business like in, Chicago, we've got franchise owners in that location that are very receptive to additional franchise owners in each market.
Wonderful. And that is that peer-to-peer support as well, right? That becomes that franchise family. You know, we're talking a little bit about your franchisees. Let's talk about what traits you look for in a successful franchise owner. What would make a good Grease Monkey franchisee to you?
You know, that's an even better question. We aren't looking for any specific automotive experience. Some people think that they need to have automotive experience, and we have literally doctors, lawyers. I've got one of our great franchisees is a Delta Airlines pilot. Most of our franchisees, run this as a manage the manager business, right? We have a lot of owner operator businesses. But a lot of franchisees can fall into, they own locations in states that they don't even reside in. So they're really, really smoothly run businesses. But we do want people to have business experience, any time that they can fully understand that this is still a business to consumer, where their employees are touching the customer. As you said, we all love our cars, like they're sensitive. They're almost like an extended children, right? We have to treat each customer and their cars with care. And so our open concepts where you can see into the bays and watch what's happening. We have a fabulous pit crew guarantee where, once we find out what the customer wants done, we actually set a timer. And say every minute that we go over, say this 20 minutes, you get $1 off for each of those minutes. So we keep it fun and interactive for the customer, let them see full visibility into that. But the franchise owner needs to be customer driven, just customer focused, and be able to, as they grow, because we want our franchisees to grow into multi-unit operators. It is always the dream, right? We want them to be able to not only have their baby, but be able to trust that baby, they've trained it well, and they can grow up and go into the 2, 3, 5, 10 unit store operator.
Awesome. And I'm just going to point that out again for the audience. If I heard you correct, Jeff, you said you don't have to have the automotive experience in order to be a successful Grease Monkey franchisee. Is that correct?
That's correct. Hopefully that's why you're looking at a franchise, is that you like an industry, you like that it's recession-proof, pandemic-proof, that you can own some real estate. A lot of our franchise owners, they own their own buildings and the land. And so, of course, the franchise itself is paying them a nice monthly income, but also paying the equity for their land. So, yeah, they don't need automotive experience. Business-minded people is what we're looking for. We hope that they'll rely on our 40 years of experience. We've got our own real estate teams that help them look for real estate. They don't have to pay for any real estate assistance that we provide for them in finding their locations and negotiating with the landlords. So no experience necessary in the automotive space.
Super. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain you offer a veteran discount, correct?
We do. We offer a significant discount off of our franchise fee for veterans. We are a VetFran partner, a 5-star VetFran partner, and so we tout that. We love our veterans, but we've actually taken that a step further and have expanded that to all first responders. We know that veterans and first responders are great at following proven processes and making it their own and making them better. And so we not only have a veteran discount, but all first responders as well.
That is awesome. And I will tell you, I know about your veteran program. I am on the committee for VetFran for the International Franchise Association. I know you're a 5-star. So that is really the highest mark you can get for VetFran is to be the 5-star. So, you know, again, thank you to the veterans who have served. And there's just such a wonderful correlation between those who have been in the military and franchise ownership, and extending that to the first responders. You know, that is just a wonderful thing for Grease Monkey. And I got to tell you, my heart goes out to that. That's a wonderful thing to do. So thank you very much to your whole team. Yeah. You know, Jeff, I'd like to go a little bit deeper now. We're kind of getting to the part that I personally love the most. And that's, you know, when we talk about my favorite hashtag, I use this on social media more than I hashtag my own companies. And that's the hashtag of Franchise Strong. Now, to me, Franchise Strong is everything that embodies franchising. It is the franchise family, as we call it. It is what you alluded to before, the peer-to-peer support, the franchisor to franchisee support, franchisee to franchisee, and all of the ways that we continue to move forward and help people realize their dream of being an entrepreneur. And that's really what it's about, right? That tagline of be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So to me, I have never been in an industry, I've been in many different industries in my career. I've never been in an industry where I see it all come together so strongly to help people who want to be successful entrepreneurs. And so, Jeff, I'd like to turn it over to you. What does Franchise Strong mean to you and to your brand?
I agree with you that there's nothing better than this industry. I've had a fascination with it ever since I was in college. One of the world great franchises out there, I think, is the ChemDrive franchise, and where I went to university is where the ChemDrive headquarters was, right? And I was really fascinated with what happened there and turning that into a worldwide franchise, and did many projects on franchising in school. So I really became engulfed in this whole idea of, you know, it's not that you're just getting the franchisors help, but all of the other franchisees that are trying to accomplish the same exact business that you are in different parts of the country, maybe in the same type of neighborhoods, depending on the model that you're going for. But I've never met an industry where really people care so much about your success, because they really view it as their success. And it's not just in your specific franchisor that you've chosen, but other franchisors help other franchisors be successful that are even competing. It's really like when everyone competes and tries to win together, it just, you know, rises. The floating rising tides float all boats, right? And I've seen that. So I've been captivated by franchising. I've just met phenomenal people that are truly interested in finding great franchisees for their businesses, because we are in the business. If we continue to choose poor franchisees that aren't really a fit for any model, that franchise will not succeed in the long run. And so there's a lot of great franchisors out there that teach the new franchisees and franchisors that are coming in. Make sure you find the right fit. Do everything that you can to make sure they're a fit for your system. They know that the franchisee knows why they're a fit for your system. Make sure they talk to a lot of franchisees in your system, so that they can feel comfortable knowing that they're going to be in with the family. So yeah, I've made fabulous friends in this industry. My favorite thing to do is when I brought franchisees into any system, when we meet for our annual conferences. That's something I've missed in the last year. We've not been able to have a lot of annual conferences, but to meet with those franchisees that you brought into a system and then come up and say, why didn't I do this 20 years ago? I found my fit. This is the best thing that's happened to me and my family. I'm not saying it's been easy, but I'm my own boss now and I get full run of what I'm doing. I love hearing that from people.
You know, I have to tell you something. We hear that all the time because, you know, we're working with the candidates at the beginning a lot of times and helping them to find your brand. And that is probably the most quoted lines that we hear. You know, I wish I had done this earlier. And I always say, you did it at the right time in your life, right? Things happen for a reason. So audience, you know, if you're hearing this and you're intrigued, Grease Monkey is a wonderful brand to start exploring because you'll be saying that too, right? I wish I had done that sooner, right? So, and we see it too, right? People bring in their family, they bring in their adult children to come into the business. It can really be something that is a future that people didn't even realize was out there for them. So I really appreciate that, you know, Jeff, and how long have you been involved in the franchise space?
My goodness, I've been in franchising now almost 15 years now.
I have to tell you, your passion comes through. I almost said that sarcastically because I know you've been in the environment for quite some time, but your passion comes through so strongly that it's almost as like you know you're newer, right? Because you still have that passion coming through, and that's something I hear all the time in this industry. That passion stays with people as time goes on. We're in a lot of industries, let's face it, you're excited at the beginning, and then, you know, it starts to wane. In franchising, it seems to build. It's an amazing, amazing industry. So,
Yeah.
Jeff, I know everybody's busy. I want to thank you for your fantastic insights. And audience, I want to thank you for your time. Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with more videos and interviews. And, you know, I'm going to turn it over to you, Jeff. Any last words before we wrap up?
Well, I just want to back up what you said, that people do it at their right time. But even if you have an inkling, for all the people viewing this, if you have an inkling that maybe now's the time, if you're sitting at your work right now thinking I should be doing something better for myself, reach out to your consultants, reach out to the FranServe community, and make that call. Just test the waters, because there's thousands of franchise opportunities out there, and the FranServe brokers are great at being able to find the right fit for you. And if we're a potential fit, you know, hopefully they'll show you 3 or 4 that they think are a great fit for you. Explore that and just see it. Test the water, because you never know. 12 months from now, you might be sitting back saying, I wish I would have done it sooner.
Absolutely, Jeff. I have to tell you that first step is always the hardest, right? We call it a baby step, right? Just to reach out and explore, but you don't know what's on the other side unless you start taking that little step forward. So thank you again, Jeff. And I just have to say it, have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You as well.